How did we get on your radar? How did you guys first hear about us?
Oh, I feel like I could speak to that. I think Nick had reached out to us a few times, and as we were just transitioning into the recreational market, we had already made a commitment with another inventory tracking system. Long story short, the inventory tracking system that we used, it was just a bit too complicated to onboard any other team members, and I found myself doing a lot of the work, I would say, and just wanting to bring on some of our team members who are like a little bit older or maybe not as technologically inclined, it would have been an impossible feat. So I reached out to Nick. Tyson had kind of mentioned like get in touch with them. Let's see, it might be easy. Easier than we think, and it was exactly as they had said it was. Our reports have gone from spending like a day and a half of work to get everything in order to essentially clicking a button, downloading it, uploading our report onto CTLS. The B300s are seamless now. It's definitely taken a lot of stress off of my plate, and we've successfully onboarded a couple team members onto the system to just like take the workload off one person trying to manage the facility. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super happy with CertiCraft.
I'm curious if you could talk about your experience with processing with the other system.
It seemed like every step took a larger commitment than we really had time for to learn how to do it properly. And then even when I thought I was doing it right, it seemed like my data would come up right or there would be a mistake. And then to correct the mistake, it would be a little bit more challenging. And then I'd have to reach out to the team to make edits for that. And I think it can just create this really big mess that's hard to come back from, especially when you need to be so precise as far as the regulations go. That was something that I really found challenging with our older software, I would say.
I actually didn't even have the confidence to go in and do the entries when it came to processing on the old software.
So he would just like take our weights and pass it on to me and then pass on like the end product. But like trying to like get the balance and then like switching from grams to kilograms, that seemed to make it a problem. And then there was one function where you would go from like your bulk product into like the actual units and then the case sizes. And somehow, even though I thought I was doing it correctly, it wouldn't match what I had at the end of the day. So trying to make those edits, that always seemed to be something that I always had a hard time with our old software.
Okay.
Whereas like it's just such a simple process with CertiCraft.
What would you say, having used CertiCraft for a few months now, what are your like top three things that you like about the system?
The simplicity and the ease of use. That's just for training myself because I'm not really that computer savvy. But not only that, leaving it in the staff's hands, you have a lot more confidence in the staff, and they're a lot less intimidated. It's really easy to pick it up if you haven't touched it in a week or something,
Yeah.
and pick off where you left off instead of searching for specific buttons and actions that have to go in a certain sequence that aren't exactly laid out for you.
Yeah.
So I think it's a real time saver, especially when it comes to training new staff.
What are you feeling like you've saved in terms of your time and effort each week?
I would say it saves like anywhere from like 14 to 30 hours like per month, but that's just like a very small portion of the job. What about you guys, like for processing?
Yeah, I think 30 to 40 hours a month on my behalf as well. 10 hours a week.
If somebody else out there who has a facility is considering switching to CertiCraft, what would you tell them?
I would say make the switch. Like a fancier system doesn't make it better. Like simplicity is key in cannabis. Like you can't overcomplicate it because then you're never going to be able to read your data or translate that in like times where you have the CRA app or Health Canada app. Like it's super important to be able to like walk through the steps and tell them exactly what you did. And I think CertiCraft, it's easy to follow the picture of what's going on with your inventory.